Hello, everybody. Wow, that just got really bright. Hello, everyone. What's happening right here? My receding hairline. Hello, my friends. Welcome. I'm always drinking Bud Light. Happy Saturday to everybody. Welcome to Saturday Night Live with Optibotimus. Optibotimus. How are all of you today? How's everybody? What is up? Carlos Skint. Hello, my friend. Julian, good to see you. Fire Truck. Hello. Tiger Hawk is awesome. I'm working on my review for that. For those of you that were Optibotimus Plus channel members, if you were Titan class member, Fire Truck, look at that. Look at that. Being a member for all that time. Good for you, my friend. Good for you. I would just like to say, maybe I should wait to make this announcement till some of the Titan class members come in. Get some. I know, TJ, Emma, where are you guys at? Andrew, Talon. There's Stacy. Hi, Stacy. Stacy, we missed you on New Year's. We were having fun. I drank an entire bottle of champagne, a big ass bottle of champagne that has been in my refrigerator for like a year or something. I don't remember what it was, but I got a little bit drunk. There's TJ. I got a little bit drunk on New Year's and got chicken nuggets. Hello, I am little princess McNugget. I forgot what I named her. No, it was Sir Top Hat. It was Sir Top Hat Nugget McNugget the third. That's who I named. I don't think I named. This is Queen McNugget. Queen Nugget McNugget. Queen Nugget McNugget is her name. Sorry, Emma. That's okay. That's okay. You had a bad night. That's fair. I understand. My friend. It's okay. Hello, MP. So TJ's here. Good to see TJ. I know that Emma is here as well. Then I need to take a sip. This is the first Bud Light of 2024 for me. I just went something simple. I went old school. Bud Light. Army Mike. One of my sweetest, bestest of subscribers / friend. I should say that the other way around. He's a friend before he's a subscriber. Miss you, buddy. Hope you're being safe. Any luck? Legacy, United, Animated, Universe, Optimus Prime. No, but I know where I can get one. I believe he is available through CMD Store, which is where a lot of us YouTubers have lately been getting some figures, but have not picked that one up. Truthfully, I'm really on the fence about those animated figures because I just feel like the actual original old school animated figures are just so much better that I don't think that you can improve them. So, Nicholas, hello. But thank you for that question, my friend. But because I know that TJ's here, I know that Emma's here, I have a very special announcement to make during the Zoom call. I mentioned that this happened. Magnus, whatever, I forgot this damn thing's name. This happened. Safe, good, retirement. Oh, that's right. I totally forgot that you retired because you're so young. I feel that's kind of crazy, but this happened with Magnus. I am happy to report they're good alternatives for people who don't get the original anime. That is true. That is true, Stacy. I found it. I had to clean it because Morgan decided to put it in the cat litter box. Maybe she thought it was litter. I don't know. But I was cleaning out my litter box today, and as I was scooping things out, this little motherfucker showed up. So, Morgan, there she is. Hi, Morgan. Morgan, hey. Hey. Hi, you. Hi, what you doing? Come here. Come here. I'm going to lure her up here. Hey, Morgan, come here. Come here. She's over here. Oh, what's that? What's that? Computer, what are my notifications? What's happening?
Good evening, Paul. One new notification from Amazon. On Sunday, there's a chance of rain near you in Anaheim,
Sunday,
starting around 2 a.m.
Oh, there she is. There she is. Oh, could you see her? Could you see? There she is. We're good. Hi. What? I'm trying to lure her with this. Maybe I should try to get her with this little shit. Let's see. Oh, Stacy. Yeah, Stacy's fine. Hello, Christian. Hello. Transform. I don't know. I have no idea when the trailer is going to drop for it. Tara, hello. Definitely a bigger asshole than her sister. Yes. Yes, indeed. New Year's is going smooth so far. A lot of good things coming around. Do you remember the transport? Oh, I love that transforming Wally. Love that thing. There's the Emma. Emma. Look what I found. Look what I found. Oh shit. Where'd it go? It fell. Hold on. Must recover it before the Morgan gets it. There it is. It's complete. You have been watching. Yes, I know you have been. I know you have been. Good to see. What do we got? 30 people in here. Good to see all of you. Welcome everybody. Lot of fun stuff. I got the rock dude. What I mean, I reached out to I forgot his name on Instagram, and I've been asking him questions specifically about this guy because there's a lot of debate I've seen on who he's meant to homage. He is, according to him, it's not a dual homage with the Inhumanoid Magmar. It is meant to be an homage to the Rock Lord Magmar, which is weird because it really doesn't even look like him. But there's an Inhumanoid named Magmar that, according to him, it is not meant to be an homage to the Inhumanoid. So that's definitely interesting. But, it is what it is. Rewatching Transformers Animated right now. Such a good show. I love that one, DJ. How do you feel about the different word choices between action figures and toys versus figures? Tomato, I feel. I think more people have a problem with action figure and doll than they do, toy or action figure. It is a toy. Everything, but so many anything that brings you pleasure just kind of is classified as a toy, whether it be something like this, You can own motorcycles. You can own RVs. You can own, off-road vehicles. A lot of times people refer to them as, toys. There's other things that are referred to as toys that we won't get into. But toy is just kind of like a generic catch-all phrase for if you get joy or enjoyment out of it, I guess. Hot Cheetos give you no, Skint. No, I'm gonna say no. Anyone else having his voice cut in and out? I don't know. Is anybody else having audio issues? Let me know. Hey Paul, I'm going to be expecting Silver Streak next week. Good figure. Good figure. You don't know how to transform? Watch my video. That'll help you out. Any thoughts on Studio Series Mohawk? Happy New Year to you. I haven't seen Mohawk yet. So I'm not entirely, I don't really have many thoughts on him. First Bud Light of the year. Down. Down. But this is McDude. I've named him McDude. I like how you can like put his hat backwards too. That's kind of fun. And then this is this is McFrosty. McFrosty furry slippers. Did I name him? I don't remember if I named him. I'm gonna call him McFrosty. McFrosty fluffy boots. I don't know. I'm trying these slippers. McFrosty furry slippers. I was just close the video and reopen it. There you go. Hopefully that fixes things. Hey Paul, I think you could help me understand the difference between Blue Streak and Silver Streak. There is no real difference, honestly. The original Diaclone figure had blue in it, but it was named Silver Streak in the cartoon. So that's really the only thing. McFrosty is what you named him on the Zoom. McFrosty. Okay, we're gonna go with McFrosty then. McFrosty furry slippers. Or panda slippers, yeah. McFrosty panda slippers. The top hat one, the top hat is Sir Top Hat Nugget McNugget the Third. I named him that. I should write these down so I can remember them. Let's see. What type of reaction did you get when kids come over and see your collection? I don't really have kids that come over and see my collection. They're little polar bears. Yeah. Little polar bears. Prowl, Blue Streak, Smokescreen out of this. I would probably say Prowl, just because we got him more in the cartoon. Prowl's a good figure though. Blue Streak was the cartoon name, correct? Much like and Carlos talks about it, Blue Streak was the cartoon name. Oh wait, what? The figure and animators were gray. Oh, was it Blue Streak? Did I just completely screw that up? Oh yeah, you're right. It was Blue Streak. But the coloring was done differently on the cartoon. So it was kind of, but like names were always kind of all over the place. Like for example, Skyfire was the cartoon name. Jetfire was the name of the toy. So DLC Jurassic World Dominion. We saw that like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It's old. It's old, my friend. What's your favorite type of toys? Personally, I love Spider-Man and used to be obsessed with Transformers. I mean, I have all sorts of different figures that I like. I mean, I love so many different things. You know, I grew up. I was born in the '70s, grew up in the '80s. Um, so growing up, I had a lot of these original McNugget toys. I played with the idea of going back and buying some more, some of the old vintage ones of sorts. But like something like this, like when I got this, I posted on Twitter. It just made me happy. Just getting that. It was there's such a just joy that I had as a 45-year-old man getting something like that when I was a kid. I absolutely loved it. But Transformers, I love Transformers growing up. I get a lot of pleasure out of buying those new toys. Master of the Universe, I love T-Man growing up as a kid. I was going back and looking some of my old pictures as a kid, and like one of my favorite ones was I had a birthday cake that was with He-Man on it. My parents got me a birthday cake with He-Man on it, and it had the I forgot the battle damage one. I forgot his name, but like the chest that could spin. No, not battle blades. I forgot his name, but it's like that. I loved. I actually very much liked, and I still do to this day. I mean, I have these vintage figures, but Rock Lords. Um, I absolutely loved GoBots as a kid. I know that seems heretical to say as a Transformer fan, but as a kid, and I remember having this conversation with my friend Adam about it, where as a kid, like I would have these Rock Lords. This is Sticks and Stones. Literally, his name is Sticks and Stones because he's got two faces. And I'll show you that. Um, but it's like these. Oh, he's dusty. Oh my god, dust that guy. But here is Sticks and Stones, and I would play with these guys. Oh, I had his legs reversed. Like I would play with my GoBots in the same universe as my Transformers. I just used my imagination, and I had a blast doing that. And I didn't care on it, honestly. I just played and had fun. So the GoBots and the Rock Lords were in the same universe as my Transformers when I would play. So I love that. I still have not done a review on this guy because I'll be totally honest. Um, after I started doing these, then Super 7 announced that they're actually going to be doing Chrome versions of these, which I love the fact that these are cartoon representations of them, but I think all of us ultimately, and I'm happy to have the cartoon versions. I just think that people really would have preferred to have the cart or the toy versions with the chrome on there. Now, the chrome is going to be very, very delicate, and they've already talked about it that you are not going to be able to really touch those kind of thing. They're going to be for display purposes only. But I think a lot of people are excited about it. So, Ninja Turtles. Growing up, reading the Ninja Turtle comics, watching the Ninja Turtle 80 cartoon series. Loved it. You talk about you mentioned Spider-Man, and I was a big fan of Spider-Man growing up as a kid. I think that was an easy one to really kind of be a fan of. X-Men, so Marvel Legend X-Men figures. I love collecting those. Anything that kind of reminds me of my childhood, I love. That movie still haunts me. Oh, geez. Oh, oh. Rain, hello. Hello, hello. It's from a grown up Happy Meal. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Hi, Paul. How you doing today? What are you expecting the Transformers anime movie this year? I'm expecting a lot of people to bitch about Chris Hemsworth playing Optimus Prime and Peter Cullen not being Optimus Prime. And I've already seen, and I posted it on the Optibotimus Plus Discord, I've already seen videos bitching that Chris Hemsworth is voicing Optimus Prime, or more specifically, he's voicing Orion Pax, and they're mad that it's not Peter Cullen doing it. So, Brad, my Jurassic friend, hello. Hello to you. Yeah, you know what's interesting though is I don't have a ton of interest in the cartoon accurate versions of those. It's weird because I had a bunch of Masters of the Universe He-Man figures, but I watched the cartoon far more than I played with those toys. But for me, I kind of dig the toy, the vintage toy look for them. Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime was great. I'm sure at some point in time I will, Mr. Mom or Mr. Blur, sorry. But honestly, for me, this is the Bumblebee movie version of Optimus that I like the most. I'm not the biggest fan of the Rise of the Beast version. Well, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see it. But I feel like he gives a younger voice, and like I said, if I remember correctly, the Transformers One is meant to be like kind of like a prequel to everything, and him as Orion Pax. So I feel like it works, but so many people are gonna bitch about it, and it's gonna annoy me. It is very toxic. I am Rain. I am you know me. You know me. I'm a huge Ghostbuster fan. So being able to get more media with Ghostbusters and prolonging it, and the fact that again it is working out where the original cast is going to be in it. Um, I'm super excited. I'm kind of disappointed that Jason Reitman is not directing it. I know he's still involved with it heavily. But what does this say? Oh, there's an ad. Why is there an ad? Ad will run for some reason. I'm going to skip that. Just skip that ad. Hopefully you guys don't see it. I don't know what popped up on there. But I felt like Jason really. I feel like he should do at least the first two, kind of like his father did. Ivan Reitman, God rest his soul, died a little bit before the movie came out, if I remember correctly. So there was a lot of emotional attachment to it, and I feel like Jason could have come back, did the second one, put that same love and energy into that one as a sequel, much like his father tried to do with Ghostbusters 2. I'll tell you what I'm super excited about is that HasLab 2 in the box set to go along with that proton pack that we got last year. Far and away one of the most amazing pieces in my collection that I got last year. I would put that up against anything that I bought last year. I don't do like rating videos, but that proton pack far and away is without me going through every single thing in my mind and knowing what I bought all last year. I would put that up there as easily one of the very best things that I got from my collection all last year. That thing is phenomenal. Unicron was very impressive. But at the end of the day, Unicron suffered in way of clunkiness and playability, and kibble in robot mode. Planet mode, he was phenomenal. You transform him into robot mode though, and there's just so much kibble on him that a lot of people complain. But I mean, I understand it, but still, that size. I know that the Cell Studio or whatever one, it was much smaller. It was about the same price as Unicron, maybe a little bit cheaper, but a lot of stuff hid very well in that. I would have been happy paying more money for a Unicron from Hasbro. That thing's hid a lot better. But that what's it? The O3 Turtles actually got the love of the franchise again. Oh, there you go. Good deal. I've not been to Frankensons in a long time. I used to go there quite often, but I haven't in a while. But the two in the box set though finally gives us another alternative to the Matty Collector Ghost Trap, as well as the PKE meter. And honestly, because my proton pack or my Ghost Trap never fucking worked when I bought it. If you guys remember, the debacle that I had was that it came defective, and I could not get a replacement because they didn't have any to replace it with. They were willing to refund my money. I didn't want a refund. I wanted a Ghost Trap that worked. I still have that one. I still use that in my display, but it doesn't work, and it's ridiculous. We're getting a new one, which Mattel Hasbro. Hasbro has been nailing it. That proton pack, like I said, comparing it to Unicron, every aspect about that proton pack is top level. A lot of people have customized theirs, done different things with it, but as is out of the box, absolutely amazing. The only way that could have been done better, in my opinion, is if they somehow made it where it was cross-compatible with the original Neutrona wand that came out by Matty Collector, which they're not going to do because Mattel made that. Hasbro's making this, so it's not going to work, but absolutely amazing. And I'm super happy to get that Ghost Trap finally, one that's going to actually work well. The PKE meter, this one I'm a bit on the fence about. I still have the original Matty Collector one. Still love that. Still works beautifully. This one is done in the way that it was in Afterlife. So it has the taser aspect. I'm not the biggest fan of that taser aspect. You don't need to utilize it. So, it is what it is. One thing that I love about that, though, which what instantly got me on board with it. Many, many, many years ago, back in the old Ustream days, I talked about this quite specifically, that I wish that somebody designed that PKE meter. Like if you took that PKE meter and somehow put an EMF detector in it, an electromagnetic field detector that worked just like it would, because an EMF detector, you go around holding like a little box and it's got little lights that light up and, would show what like an electromagnetic field was stronger. I was always of the mindset, there's got to be some way where you could design a real life EMF detector inside that PKE meter, make the wings go up, all this kind of stuff. Here we are, 2023, 2024, this thing is going to be in our hand. And finally, that idea that I had a decade ago, at least a decade ago, has come to fruition by this. Now, I wish I, was able to figure out some way to do it myself. That would have been amazing. But finally, Hasbro is doing that, where I'm actually going to have a legitimate electromagnetic field detector inside a PKE meter, which that's all a PKE meter ever was it analyze ghosts. And a lot of times people say that EMF fields, when you have a higher EMF field, that's when there's a ghost. So that the fact that this is going to be like a functioning ghost hunting sort of toy blows my freaking mind. I love it. Like, I could care less about that trap. I'm happy to get one because it finally is going to work. An EMF detector in a PKE meter? Yes, please. So I was always going to get that. Oh, it's listening to Star Trek. Otter, computer, cancel. I was lucky enough to meet John Delancey. Oh man, I would love to meet him. He's absolutely fantastic. I don't know which Logitech this camera is. It probably isn't going to do anything to you, Fire Truck, if you lick the taser. Marvel, no, I haven't played any of those games. I'm not much of a game person. What do you think the Transformers HasLab would be? No idea. No idea. Truthfully, I'm not sure. I mean, there's things that they could do. You know, but like with them having the Nemesis out, you know, and them doing what's his face? Tidal Wave? Is that who they're doing? Tidal Wave? Isn't that the HasLab? Tidal Wave? Or is that a retail figure? I don't remember. Well, Christian, I tried. There's not a ton of people in here. There's like 30 people, so it's kind of easy to try to keep it up. I loved his return in Picard, Brad. I wasn't the biggest fan of season 2. Now, the interesting thing is, if you've seen season 3, we're not done with Q, so I'm curious to see what they're going to do with that. Tracy Lynn, yes, Yellow Space Ranger. Oh, very cool. Oh, it's the Titan class. Okay. Steak Juice, what's up, Ernest? How are you, my friend? Tidal Wave, yeah, he's gonna be the Titan class. That's right. You know, but it's like the HasLab. What could they do? I mean, realistically, I mean, it's such a hard. I mean, we already got Death Source, so I honestly I don't know what they could. I mean, possibly do. I mean, they did Star Saber, they did Death Source. What's a you know? I mean, maybe Omega Prime. I mean, that would be an interesting HasLab sort of thing. You know, doing an updated Ultra Magnus Optimus Prime that can combine to form Omega Prime. That would be cool. Do I do fan meetups? No, not sometimes at conventions I will. What is my it's you and TJ. You and me and TJ. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Squad goals. You know it. You know it. '86 Devastator will be HasLab. See, I don't. I unless they change that Devastator from what we got in Combiner Wars, I don't think that they're going to redo Devastator. I think that Devastator, especially since they have already shown that they can release individual bots, and with like the Revenge of the Fallen Devastator, they've proven that they can release higher price point Voyager or Leader class figures, and people will buy them separately and wait a while. So I would prefer that they did that over doing a HasLab version. Oh, Computron would be great. I would love a new Computron. The minister, yeah. What? Computer, cancel. I can't watch Star Trek because whenever Star Trek is on, they always constantly talk to the computer, and then my like Echo hears it. It wouldn't be to scale. Yeah. Oh, DJ, I'm glad to hear that. Masterpiece, all the Dinobots. Again, you know, we're already getting the studio series. The only one that we haven't gotten yet is Snarl. No, we did get Snarl. Swoop. We haven't gotten Swoop yet. That's the only one that's missing from the Dinobots. So again, HasLab, I don't. HasLab is used specifically for things that would more than likely not do very good at retail. A giant size Unicron there was no way that was going to be a retail figure. Retail, you have to have shelf space for it, and there's not a single store on the planet that would put that package on the shelf. There's no way that they would do that. But you know, same thing like with a Star Saber, Death Swords, all these figures, they're not, you know, the Japanese stuff is not that big of a thing that if you put it on a shelf in a store, it's not going to sell all that well. It's just the way that it is. I can't imagine the Dinobots, you know, doing anything better than what they are. Oh, there's the little Morgan. Morguna. Hi, Morguna. That's my little baby. You know, Fall of Cybertron Triptychon would be cool. Why does it matter what software he's using? What? I don't know. I have no idea. Well, I think that Stacy, I think that he's going to be a Voyager size figure, but I think much like Optimus Prime was a leader class when it was the same figure, but it came with a trailer. I think this is going to be the same type of thing with Swoop. I think he'll probably come with some type of a display stand, or a flight stand, and it's going to push the price up to a Voyager or a leader class price point, which I'm okay with. What Transformers figures are excited to get in 2024? I don't know which ones are coming out in 2024. There's a lot of good ones. But here we have the 40th anniversary, you know, so it's what could potentially happen. You know, we're getting Tigerhawk, which realistically is kind of a surprise for me that they decided to do Tigerhawk, only because that character really didn't have a lot of presence in the show, to be totally honest. I mean, 3 or 4 episodes, and that was it. So it was kind of interesting that there was not a lot to that. You know, but when you look at it, we have seen them take from Transformers the Ark and the Nemesis and make them Transformers. The Axelon would be cool as a transforming thing. Morgan is adorable. She's my little. She, of all my cats, She is the most cuddly of them. Like literally, I can lay on bed, I go, and she'll jump up there and she'll lay right next to me, and I can put my arm on her. So she's very, very cuddly. I would love a Fall of Cybertron Metroplex, or just a new Metroplex in general. I'm definitely interested to see what they're going to do for the 86 Commander class Optimus Prime. That's going to be interesting. Has been pretty slack in doing announcements, anything given. It's a big milestone. Disney. No, that's definitely true. That's definitely true. Multi-pack with Earth Mode Hound with further that's kind of cool. I mean, yeah, I mean that would be interesting. I mean, like I never would have expected them to do a transforming Arc or Nemesis. The Axelon could be cool. Yeah, lots of accessories. Probably something to give it a little bit more of a 86 animated movie feel. I don't think it's been. I don't remember if it's been. I think maybe it's part of being the Studio Series line. Carlos, thanks for stopping by. Great to see you again. Have you ever messed with 3D printed Transformers? No, not terribly. A friend of mine, Void Toys, has dabbled in it and has done a few things. The rest of the DJD? What is DJD? Yeah, that Hound is it would be interesting, but Hound really wasn't in the animated movie, so my voice is iconic. I don't know about that. Same studio. Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know that about the animation studio. Decepticon Justice Division? What is that? Is that what Ravage was a part of? Knight Rider? That'd be interesting. I mean, when you think about it, um, I never in a million years would have thought that they would have done like a Back to the Future crossover, Ghostbusters crossover, Top Gun crossover. I mean, Knight Rider, that'd be kind of cool. What do you think of Spider-Man No Way Home? I love the movie. I thought it was fantastic. It was, for me, very much like a nice footnote for the Sam Raimi Spider-Man, which I grew up with. That was, the original Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire. Oh my God. Oh, pay no attention to me. But the original Spider-Man, even the Amazing Spider-Man, these were nice kind of footnotes to those. I am very excited because the Hot Toys No Way Home Green Goblin is on its way from the folks over at Big Bad Toy Store. Shout out to them for getting it expedited quickly to me. Don't get a discount on it, but saved up some money to be able to get it. So I'm very excited about getting that. I haven't gotten the Doc Ock yet. Dr. Octavius, as I love Doc Ock in Spider-Man 2. Um, a very torn character that I felt got, kind of, it's kind of interesting because Doc Ock has always been one of those characters that you kind of always understand why he's doing what he's doing. And that I feel like makes a very good villain kind of thing, where what they're doing is wrong, but you understand why they're doing it. And that, they really did a good job with that in Spider-Man 2, especially like with the arms taking over. And then in No Way Home, kind of getting a little bit of redemption in it and taking him back to being a good guy of sorts. Uh, Typically, I don't like that. Like, I don't like Loki as a good guy. That annoys me. I think he's better as a villain, but everybody loves him as a good guy. I just love how my turtle van is just like hanging out right there. That's kind of funny. Um, Doc Ock is kind of an opposite sort of thing. Like he was a good guy, went to a bad guy. That's how he ended that film, but then had a little bit of redemption by trying to help. And then he comes back in No Way Home, has a full kind of redemption. The head sculpt though on it, I'm not the biggest fan of, and that really bothers me. I'll probably get it. I know it's sold out through Big Bad Toy Store, so I'm gonna have to find it on like another site or something like that. I'm sure I'll be able to. But the Green Goblin, I love the Green Goblin. That is such a fun character, very whimsical, very much like Joker in my mind. I am absolutely loved him. I like what they did with him in No Way Home in terms of setting him up as, still being like a little crazy and stuff, and kind of faking people out. Uh but I prefer the Sam Raimi look for him, so I went with that version of Green Goblin to get. I'm skipping out on the end movie version of him where he's like wearing a cloak, doesn't have the helmet on anymore. Mostly because to me that seems more like the Hobgoblin. It feels like they were taking the Green Goblin and morphing him into the Hobgoblin, which I don't really care that much about. I like the Green Goblin more. Um, but very excited about having that hot toy figure on its way to me. Mr. Freeze from Batman. Yeah, I mean, Mr. Freeze, especially, not even necessarily Batman and Robin, but if you go back and you watch a lot of Mr. Freeze stuff, he's a tortured bad guy. He's doing what he's doing for all intent and purposes to save the love of his life. Batman, the animated series, did a phenomenal job with him in terms of story arc. One of the best. One of the best. Even the movie Sub-Zero is a really good movie. Yeah, I mean, I like Doc Ock in the Sam Raimi universe. Um, I liked him even more with No Way Home. I thought that they did a great job with them. Still to this day, I'm very disappointed that Hot Toys never did a version of the Lizard or Sandman. I think those would be great ones. I do like the Electro. I do like what they did with Electro in No Way Home. I thought that they did a much better job with Electro than in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Um, Mostly they got the color of them right, but that'll be a Hot Toy one that I want to get as well at some point in time. Oh, that version is very scary. Yes. But Spider-Man, like I said, was always a favorite of mine. I talked about this a little bit. Growing up, loved Spider-Man because Spider-Man was a young kid, and as a kid myself, you could identify with that. It was the same type of thing that really drew me to the X-Men in terms of comics. There wasn't a lot of media back then. You know, in terms of the 90s, you read the comics, you watched the X-Men animated series. And in my mind, literally the X-Men animated series was just an on-screen version of what I would read in the comics. Whenever I would read the comics, the voice actors that I watched in the show, because the art was the same, it was the Jim Lee style. When I would watch that, and when then I would read the comics, in my mind, I heard those voice actors talking, you know, and I loved it. That was an amazing connection. But because a lot of the X-Men, you know, were younger as well, as a kid that grew up getting bullied, getting picked on a lot, it was the same type of thing that I could see with mutants getting picked on and bullied and stuff. So you would, you know, as a kid myself in the 90s, you would gravitate towards that. Same type of thing with Spider-Man, you know. So I love Spider-Man growing up. It wasn't until I got older, and by older I mean like in the, you know, the very early 2000s, before um the X or the Iron Man movies came out. So we're talking like 2000, 2001, that time when I got into Iron Man, you know, and really like Tony Stark, and really developed that kind of thing, because he was very much like Batman. And as a kid, Marvel for me was all about the X-Men. That's I was big into the X-Men when I was a kid. DC was Batman, Superman, The Flash, all these characters. You know, one of my favorite DC storylines, I've talked about the Marvel um, with the Age of Apocalypse. One of my favorite X-Men, or one of my favorite DC storylines, obviously, I still have them. The original Death of Superman comics was amazing, earth shattering kind of stuff as a kid growing up in the 90s. That was unbelievable. Shortly after that, Batman's introduced to Bane, and you finally had somebody who could beat Batman and literally broke his back. That was mind numbing. But then after that, one of my favorite story arcs, it was called 0 Hour, which was an amazing storyline where like all of the DC universe was slowly getting erased. So it was amazing to kind of watch that. And a lot of that kind of had to do with um, a lot of the major characters from DC. So, like, those were very, very fun times for me. Marvel Cinematic actually started in the early 2000s. Well, I, I technically, yes. Technically, yes, now. But the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it is only now including those X-Men uh, films because of what has happened recently with Disney buying Fox. Godspeed, Spider-Man. Oh yeah. You know, but like so many fun times. Excuse me. You know, Spider-Man was so much fun that, again, that, you know, I talked about this a little bit. That's where I really like Venom as a bad guy. Um kind of the same thing with Loki. I get that, you know, they're kind of anti-heroes, and Venom's more of a definite anti-hero, but I like him as being a bad guy that would fight Spider-Man. Um, so I will tell you, one of the hot toy figures that I'm absolutely going to get is the black suited Spider-Man from Spider-Man 3. Say what you want about that movie. That movie was not a great movie. There's a lot of problems with it, but having Toby in the black suit uh, of Venom is amazing to me. I love that. Did you know that some of the comic series you've read are still? Oh, with Detective Comics? Oh yeah, I know that. That's gonna go on forever. And I'm all for it, Brad. I'm all for it. Will we see the last appearance of Patrick Stewart, Professor X? Um, you know, here's one thing that, like, contractually, like I've talked about this before. contractually, a lot of those characters can't be replaced yet. They can't be replaced for a couple years. That's in their contract. So like Professor X and that version of him has to be Patrick Stewart. Same type of thing with Wolverine. Has to be Hugh Jackman. Kelsey Grammer has to be the Beast. This is all done contractually that they have to be those characters, or if you're going to use those characters until like 2025 or something like that, or 2026, they have to be those actors. So they're stuck with them. So it very well could be the last version of Professor X, or maybe the last version of the Professor X that we'll get will be what we got in Multiverse of Madness, 2025. Okay, so a lot of those characters are going to come back. I'm just gonna. I mean, that's the movie's been out for a while now, so spoilers be damned. But Kelsey Grammer being in the end credit scene of the Marvels is probably the best thing about that movie, in my opinion. I love Kelsey Grammer. I mean, a lot of those original X-Men characters, like the casting was fantastic. Hugh Jackman, fantastic. Patrick Stewart, fantastic. Kelsey Grammer as the Beast, fantastic. Halle Berry as Storm was really good. A lot of those characters, I forgot the dude's name that played Cyclops. I thought he did a great job as Cyclops. The girl that played Jean Grey, thought she did a great job. Very, very happy with how a lot of those turned out. Please don't repeat your questions over and over, Paul. I'm trying. But Wolverine and X-Men could be a good choice for Charles. Yeah, I would, but again, voice actors, not necessarily the best as regular actors. Where'd Morgan go? Morgan. Did she just go in the curtains? Morgan. Oh, there she is. There she is. Little baby. Where'd you go? There's the baby. Hi, cutie. I didn't even notice that. Sabretooth? Oh, yeah. So good. So good. We're gonna wrap up here. Oh, actually, it's almost 8 o'clock. So I'm gonna wrap up here in a minute. Come here. Come on. There she is. She's coming over here to say hi. But see what I mean? Like, she doesn't mind. She does. I mean, like if I call, what are you doing? If I call like Pepper or Max, they won't come. Like she comes. Hi you. Hi you. Hi you. Oh, there she goes. Yeah. Morgan, come back here. I know her tail is like so floofy. So floof. I've seen all the X-Men movies. James, yes, great actor. And one thing, I actually liked him. He was also in Superman Returns. I liked him in that one as well. I still like Superman Returns. I don't care what anybody says. Brendan Routh I thought was fantastic as a Christopher Reeve-esque Superman. I enjoyed that movie a ton. But he played Lois Lane's husband. Well, I shouldn't quote, but his husband who Lois Lane moved on with, and then all that happened. I'm like, I thought he was fun in that one too. Oh yeah, that's right. He was in Sonic the Hedgehog too. I don't play video games, Christian. Yeah, that always bothered me, but also the way that they killed Professor X in that one as well. I mean, just X-Men 3 was just all around a bad movie. Hey, you. Come here. Come here. Come here, baby kitty. She's got a fluffy ass tail. That they interrupt my videos. I don't have any control of that, unfortunately. Dominate my videos. That's true. I am just happy that I was able, because the guy, I forgot his name again, but he actually showed me like a picture of how you can convert this guy into a rock. Like there's a hidden mode, and I got a master, but I couldn't figure it out because I was missing this piece. So I'm gonna sit there, wrap this up, finish doing my Tiger Hawk video, and then figure out how to turn that guy into a rock. Ram Truck, I appreciate you coming by, my friend. Review Morgan, I haven't made any plans yet for TFCon. I wouldn't mind doing it. It just depends. Magnius, yeah, Magnius, but like there's like I can show you. He sent me a picture of it. Let me go Instagram. The Instagrams. What's his name? Mark. I'm sorry. So he sent me a couple pictures. He posted this one before, but then he sent me this one of it, and I got to sit there and study that to figure out. But you can see how you can make him look like a rock, which I absolutely love that. That's going to be super fun, but I got to try to figure it out before I show it in the video. Tiger Hawk, that review is going to be coming out Monday, so you can wait for that. Bonus modes, there you go. That works. But thank you, DJ. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. We had a good turnout today. We had like 30 people in here, which is great. I'm going to be trying to do more of these live videos on a more weekly basis for everybody, but I also need to start getting the channel member ones going more often. So tomorrow I'm off, so maybe tomorrow we'll do the channel member live stream. Would that be fun? Maybe do that. And then the Zoom call for Titan class members, that one I'm going to try to keep maybe a little bit more towards the end of the month, just to give people a chance to become Titan class members if they want to. But yes, TJ loves that idea. I love it. I love it. I can't, Emma. I can't right now. My finances are itty bitty. I like, luckily this year has started out really well. At my other job, I have gotten a raise, so things are looking much better with a lot of things. So I'm getting a lot of stuff caught up, getting stuff, a lot of stuff paid off, and still able to do a little bit extra stuff. Like, for example, I said, have enough saved up where I can get a Hot Toys figure again, which I haven't been able to do easily for a while. So I'm very excited about my financial future, I guess you could say. Very excited about it. So the problem, though, was I got a little bit too aggressive with my bill paying this month. So I don't really have enough for fast food kind of stuff. And the time that I have had it, I have gotten the same damn nugget 3 times now. So unfortunately, not happening. Lick Christian or Kick Christian. I mean, yeah, I don't mind, people asking for it, but yeah, I don't share what my other job is. I keep that separate, keep it private. There's no real need to tell you guys that. That's not saying that that's none of your business, but you don't need to know what that is. There's no point in that. But KFC nuggets are the best. I don't disagree with you, Brad, but I mean, I gotta be honest, I'm trying to collect these damn chicken nugget figures from McDonald's. So unless somebody wants to PayPal me like $30 because they're like $15 each, if I DoorDash them or something, unless somebody wants to do that, like $35 or whatever, no chicken nuggets tonight. But I ate a chicken nugget. Oh Lord. Macca's, of course you would call it Macca's because you're from Australia, right? Right. Yeah. Over here in Australia, we go to Macca's to get our chicken McNuggets. Right, there's my Australian accent. It's the worst. It's the worst. He absolutely hates it, but you know what? I'll do it every single time because I know how much you hate it, and I think it's hilarious, and I love doing it over and over. I'm never gonna stop doing it because it's Steve Irwin. It's my homage to Steve Irwin. That's it. So. Oh, I know you think it's great, but I know that if I went over to Australia, people would look at me like, "The fuck is this dude doing?" Trump. I haven't done my Trump impression in a while, so frankly, when I sit here and I try to do it again, I feel like it's not as good as it used to be. But I'll tell you, when China, when they come over here, they come here, they want to talk to us, and I'm like, frankly, you guys, you're a little bit too slow because the people from Australia, they come over here. And everybody wants to understand that America is the best country that we're going to make America great again. See, it's not as good as it used to be. But yes, yeah. So text me your address and I'll get you McQueenie. I'll get McQueenie sent out to you. One of my extras that I now have tons of. This Arnold Schwarzenegger. So here we are. We're talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger, and you have to get to the chopper, do it now. But that's the way that you do. And I saw a really funny interview with someone else, and he was talking about how when he first met Arnold Schwarzenegger, I went up to him and I said, "Go and find these people. Show me your leadership capabilities." And he's my favorite person. Do it now. Get to the chopper. A little bit more like the Crocodile Dundee. Oh, sweet Jesus. Mexican accent, I actually can't do that very well. But thank you, everybody. Thank you for all of your love and your support and you coming by the show. It's very fun to see all of you here to chat with me and be entertained by the stupid things that I do. I have not drank enough beer yet to get up into the time warp. I only had 2 beers, so it's okay. We're not going to do the time warp. But thank you so much for everybody to come by and have the fun with the Optibotimus. And until next time, this is Optibotimus saying palm in your face.